Hello everybody and welcome back to a new video on my YouTube channel. I'm Nicholas and today we're finally going to be checking out Billie's second mini album, The Collective Soul and Unconscious Chapter 1. And I've been redoing this intro for 50 minutes or so right now because I was trying to get my point across about how I was unsure whether or not I should make a reaction video to this because I simply don't know if it will do well enough because I sadly do not have the luxury yet that I can react to whatever I want and it will do well. So to keep sure that the channel keeps growing and everything, I gotta make content or find a balance between content that I enjoy reacting myself but also content that a lot of people want to see. But sometimes there are just cases where I'm like, hey, I know that this probably won't do, thousands of views or whatnot, or maybe it's even a bit too late to react to right now and I should have done it last week or whatnot. In this scenario, I just made a decision for myself. I need to react to this album instead of just listening to it by myself. Because that is what I did for the first mini album, which was titled The Village of Perception Chapter 1. And there I had first, after I had reacted to the first two music videos, just dived into it like once or so. And now, after last week's comebacking, which I felt myself dancing to, which is like, I like literally put the song on after work and I just danced to it here in my room just to relieve a bit of stress. While I'm like, okay, holy moly, if the song is that good, then just imagine how good the album will be. And because I was so close to just saying it out on my own, I was like, wait, Nicholas, maybe you should actually make a reaction to it. And then I dived into their first mini album again, this time a bit more detailed, how we're listened to basically when I react, instead of, just casually like I did back then. And oh my god, their first mini album is 10 out of 10. Like, actually, it's another one of these albums that I now listen to more closely or just checked out now within 2022, where I'm like, hey, if I would have done a favorite album video at the end of the year or so, I would have had to include it in the comments or something like that. It would have been like, no, I missed that out, because it's that freaking good. Like, the title track is great and everything, but like, actually, every B-side is even better. Which, again, doesn't mean that the title track is bad, but just all the B-sides are just that damn good. We have a gorgeous ballad in there, another heavy bass-driven, fast-paced song, a bit more of a slower song, a little more of a jazzy one, and we then have like a conversation song in the rumor, which has my favorite my highlight of the entire album with this great oh yeah na 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 high note at the end as well. It's actually crazy how good that first mini album is, and I'm actually mad at myself that I did not react and review it here on this channel, because that would have been such a great video and such a great experience to check it out that way. It's a similar feeling I have for the Purple Kiss albums I checked out on my own, to the Shiny album I checked out on my own, the Key album I checked out on my own. Sometimes they're all just albums where I'm like, hey, I don't have the time for it right now, and probably will be too late to check it out then in a few weeks or so. I will just do it now by my own, and then after that, I'm like, damn, I should have waited. I should have checked it out here on this channel. That's now the same case and feeling I have for the first mini album, which is why I do not want to repeat the mistake of doing the same for the second mini album. Which is why, this time around, we will react to it and probably react to every other album that they will release in the future. Because I will say like this already, depending on the quality of this album, if it's just as good as the first one, then there's literally no other choice for me than considering Billlie one of my favorite girl groups just in terms of quality. Like, that's how good their first mini album was. And that's why I do not want to waste any more time. Like mentioned, I redid this intro so many times already, but I think I'm satisfied now with it. It's still 4 minutes long, so, that's why, let's not waste any more time and get to this damn thing. This time around, we only have 4 B-sides to check out: Assign, Anonymous, Overlap 1/1, Moon Palace, and Believe. Titles as weird as we know it from them, and the first one is, like mentioned, Assign, Anonymous. Woo! 4 minutes of non-stop talking. I'm ready for the music. I'm ready to finally check out this album, because, like mentioned, I was so close to checking it out on myself, but then luckily it said, nope, let's wait a little bit more, check out the first album set again, and I was like, oh my god, it's so good, react to it. That's what we're doing now. First B-side of 4 of Billie's second mini album, The Collective Soul and Unconscious Chapter 1. I would just call it Chapter 1 from now on, that's just easier. Assign, Anonymous. Let's check it out. Oh, that's such a soft, gritty synth, if that makes sense. Like, it does be gritty, but more in a playful way. Moon Sua, not only a gorgeous name, but a gorgeous voice. Seriously. Very full chorus here. Yeah, I love this synth a lot. It's a bit grittier than usual, but just has something so fun to it. Such a fun top line. Very fun and playful song. Love this flowy like this. Na 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 na. Yeah, this instrumental is just so different to everything they've done already. Like, that's also the thing. Every song just has its own identity, its own style. Yeah, but she probably has my favorite voice. I'm not sure if she did the high notes back in the rumor, but like, oh. But what does this synth remind me of? Such a fun breather, basically, after the title track, which is such a heavy party dance song. They have such wonderful vocals. Like, not just vocals, but voice colors. Oh, Billlie is so good. Would you be surprised that there are no added extra vocals this time around? Oh yeah. That's what I always love, when you really feel that the third chorus is supposed to be standing out. Even if it's just as simple as just adding another vocal line. Like mentioned, I love the flow here, where we switch so quickly between the members, where one is singing lengthy and the other is just adding a little ad-lib there. Lovely! Oh, Billlie is signed anonymous. Alright, this definitely, like mentioned, felt like a breather after, like in sense of sound design, after the title track. Which is actually funny because for the first mini album, after Ring X Ring, they had a flipping coin, which was basically a more straightforward version of the title track in just even faster, you know. Flipping coin is sick, you know, and after that we had the ballad. So they started off heavy and then brought in the ballad. This time around we have like this fast, actually not even that fast, you know, title track isn't even that fast at all points at least, but Kinga Minga, yo, the title is still so silly, but it's also so, you know, that's also what I meant. As silly as some of the, like, even here the Moon Palace also is like a weird name and everything, but that's a creativity that stands out and just you know, sticks with you. That's immediately where you're like, hey, this seems silly at first, but it's just great marketing, because you will remember it. You will always know when you read something like that, oh, that's probably from Billlie. That's just really good. And yeah, Assigned Anonymous here is a very full, very playful, very fun song. You know, like mentioned, we have a very gritty synth that isn't, you know, like dirty gritty in some way. It's hard to explain, but usually we have a gritty synth, if at all. Or no, usually we actually have a gritty bass in the heavy song. So having in this case like this gritty sound effect where it's wow, 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 wow. You know, it's hard to redo in some way, but like that just adds a lot of identity to the song. That's again what I meant. Every song thus far they've done, which is obviously they're just still getting started, which is again crazy. They're just in their 5th month and already, you know, released 2 mini albums, which is an insane number, or like, and just an insane amount of content in such time frame for the usual comeback cycles you see from other groups. Every song they've done thus far just has a sick identity, or just a identity on their own way. Just know, or just can separate the song so easily, because even like mentioned, a flipping coin is especially when you hear it after ringing string, goes into a similar sound direction. It's still so different from the arrangement and construction and everything. So everything Billlie has done thus far feels so different, yet still so Billlie, because they, like mentioned, have these voices that really just feel so well connected, while also having usually these very little standard lyrics in there, whatever it's including their name, or like mentioned, the rumor had this conversation like talk, and Sign Anonymous just follows this route exactly like it did. You know, like, that's what I said in the music video reaction, actually. I would have not been surprised if they actually thought about debuting with a full album, but then said, actually, let's split the album in two and do 2 mini albums quickly back to back instead. And then maybe, you know, maybe they will now have a longer hiatus than 2 months, which I hope, because that's actually the thing. I do not overexposure too much. I obviously take more music, but do take a little bit of a break in between. So probably that's what they aim for, and that's why I would not be surprised if every song on this album also feels heavily different compared to everything we've seen on the first mini album. So yeah, Billie's Sign Anonymous, a very fun and funky song in some way, after that extremely heavy, again, it's not even that heavy, but like this more heavier title track sound. Enjoyed it a lot. We move over to the second B-side, which is Overlap. I actually Overlap 1/1. They did not include it in the title, how dare you. But yeah, Overlap is the next song. Check it out. What a catchy top line already. But yeah, her voice is... Adding another line already. See what I mean? With Billlie again within the lyrics. I think we have in at least half of their songs their own name within it, which is so cool. Now a bit more flow this time around. What an interesting chorus, so many switches between the members. Zukido, I hope that's how you pronounce her name. Her dance break section in the title track was so sick. Like, I now know that it was her, so I gotta point it out again. Also a very chill back vibe this time. Oh, I like the layer within the vocals there. Oh, I like these 2-syllable vocals there, like overlap, two-way. Sounds so good. Again, a very full chorus, which I always enjoy. Ooh. Oh, we even had a little break in time with my whoop. Ramtudo, I again could just point out her hairstyle here. Everyone just has such a great voice. Just nobody feels left out, you know? Just all comes together so well. Little ad-libs too. Ooh, now we add a bit more of a hip-hop bass. Yeah, just a very full flow song. I saw already when finding out the lyric video, bit short, and I can definitely say here now, like, sometimes short can still feel full, you know. That's what Zombies Dum Dum did pretty well. Like, it wasn't insanely short, but still achieved what it needed to be. Here I can definitely say we could have definitely added at least 5 more seconds to the outro there to make it feel a bit more flourished. I always say that it's one of my pet peeves that I've realized for myself. That's actually one thing that I loved so much about, I think, damn, what was the name? Like mentioned, their name, the title, the song names are so not wild, but like so unusual that, like, I think it was the 11th day. I think it was the 11th day, where we really had like a more of a do like a very somewhat jazzy type of instrumental, and we really had a 15-second long outro, like where exactly where I'm like, oh yes, exactly, that's how you should do it, you know, just let it fade out in such a way, and it's like, you know, that's what we could have taken it to. Would have definitely enjoyed that more, but it's okay, you know. Like, man, it's always just one of my little pet peeve things, that at the end of the day aren't that major, but like, well, I was like, oh, I would have probably done it that way. But okay, Overlap is like a rapid fire song to time in some way. I don't know, but this was like basically no real lengthy melody type of moments, but like just boom all the way through, just boom boom boom. It's like everybody going on at this, like, not at the same time, but like we just kept going and going. Like even for the chorus, it really had like 4 or 5 moments within it. That's the only thing I've noticed. We barely have harmony moments with it, which I actually would like to see. Like that's something that SM does a lot, and I think the company they're on is like a sub company of SM, which is why their music is everything already so good and all that stuff. So, but that's something they very rarely do, where we really have like 2 or 3 members together, or like everybody together. Like that's what you like. Look at Red Velvet or NCT or aespa. Usually the choruses are always like group harmonies there. That's not the case here. Instead, for their chorus here, we really had like boom boom, different members and everything. But Overlap definitely is, like mentioned, fast pace, has a great energy to it, just keeps it all up, you know. That's always what I always talk about for albums. You gotta do a good construction, you know. For a mini album, I think it's always okay if we just do different concept of the concept. For now, we have, like mentioned, this very fun dance title track, and now had a more chill, groovier track as second one, and now get back a bit more into the pacing, into the tempo again, which is a good lining for the track list. Again, though, Moon Sua's voice. Oh, is she the leader too? I'm not sure, but like her voice is, man, it's gorgeous, honestly. But this section was probably my favorite. Like this two-way overlap. The way, I don't know, the way to pronounce it was so fun. Two-way overlap. Yeah, actually, the way they actually correctly pronounce it, because actually overlap is actually 3 syllables, but they still pronounce it in a way where it just rhymes pretty well with two-way overlap. That was pretty fun there. But yeah, Overlap is a quick and short, fun song. Again, like mentioned, this trademark thing that I meant and talked about, including their name within their own song. This time even in the pre-chorus, so we hear it twice. Heading to you this message, Billlie, you're my name. They have quite the fun and interesting lyrics as well. Just Billie's just so interesting and intriguing. I need more. I want more. I hope, like mentioned, even though I do hope that there's a bit more of a break between the comics this time, that we obviously get another comic for the year. Just really want to see more of them. And Overlap is another very fun and standout song in their own in their discography thus far. Like mentioned, playing around a lot with the tempo. Like we have from the get-go 2 different top lines going on. At the end we go a bit more into hip-hop actually, and other than, like mentioned, adding a bit of more of an outro, the song that I can't complain about. Enjoyable, a lot of fun. Overlap 1/1, had fun with it. But now we're getting to the song that I'm the most excited for, because that's a song that my friend went crazy for, where he was like, just listen to the album now, but just listen to Moon Palace if you need to. Just listen to that, because that is our third B-side of their second mini album, Chapter 1, Moon Palace. What a gorgeous and intriguing title, Moon Palace. Even here again with this moon emoticon or whatever. Very intriguing title. Very intriguing to see what that is all about. So let's find it out. Billie's Moon Palace. Let's go. Yo, is that short? What? Wait, isn't that a Christmas melody?
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, once again, it is that time. It's
What does Billlie remember? Oh, oh, that's such an interesting beat picture. Oh, digging the flow here. Even for such short song, we go for such a full chorus here. But this melody is so interesting. Well, that was such an interesting little break there. I'm on it with the snapping. I was like, oh, we put it, you know, this. What an interesting instrumental. So different. I like the slow here a lot in the pre-chorus. Just Why does this melody sound so familiar? This melody reminds me of. But I'm digging this beat a lot. The bass is just, from the tempo, is so fun. But that's it already. Why? Huh? Why do we make this song so short? Because the thing is, after seeing the length, I was like, oh, I see why he may like this so much, because one of the favorite songs of my friend is also Itsy Shoot, which is also extremely short. But even Itsy Shoot like managed to like squeeze in a short bridge in there. Here we really say after the second chorus, over, which is weird because, like, you know, why not the bridge? Why not the third chorus? Well, you know, that's a bit weird to me, because obviously it makes the song straight up feel a bit incomplete. I know it's just weird. I just don't know why one would do that. I'm always like, just make a song full. You know, like even the song beforehand was less than 3 minutes, but at least was like a full song in a normal sense of song construction. Here we sadly are missing a bridge and a third chorus, which is unfortunate. But Moon Palace is so intriguing, like in the instrumental and in the entire arrangement. Like, huh? But this melody, what did this melody? No. Where have I heard this before? No. Wait, isn't that a? Yo, I'm standing on ice right now, or however the metaphor is called in English. Like, what? No. Wait, isn't that a wedding melody? Like from like. I'm sorry, I'm so confused right now because it feels so familiar in some way. Like we even had it for I think it was for was it again I think it was it for Everybody's Got a Secret, where they actually like had a very classic orchestral like intro like that I know from some old kids movie, like this that's also very famous. They used it for an intro for one of the songs, and it feels like we're doing something similar here, but what is it? Like this first section here, but then it changes a little bit. Na 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 na. Isn't that the wedding melody? Like that you hear them play at, is it like from a wedding song? I have no idea. Like, but it still feels so familiar, which immediately like what is this? What did they do here? You know. But the entire arrangement and construction of this song is so unique. Like making it purposely so short, using this integrating beat and melody, like even this weird "ladies and gentlemen, once again is it their time, it's our time" from a male voice, like feels like it's spoken from like an airport plane or something like that. That's so interesting. Yeah, there's definitely some really fun flow in there, but too short. Why make it so short? But still, this freaked me out. Where I'm like, no, that's how we do the snapping here, but instead we make a different tempo there. I was like, oh, why would you do that? But it's fine, you know. But Billie's Moon Palace. Damn, this song is not weird, but like it's really different in both the pacing and the entire construction, because you just feel how they try to really just put everything they want to or like need to within 2 verses instead of, you know, like flashing it a bit out more, because it's again a song that just leaves barely any breaks. It's generally something I noticed for this album, at least, where we rarely have, at least for the B-sides, where we rarely have a breather moment and do like long dragging melodies or so. No, always tempo, boom, boom, shots, gunfire, rapid, and everything, you know. But it works. It totally works. This section here, though, is lovely. Suki is not just a great performer, but also has a lovely voice. Catchy top line melody. Yeah, but I'm definitely missing that bridge here. I feel like, especially with the sound picture we have going on right now, a bridge would have been killer. Killer, okay? I feel like this song is good the way it is, but it just feels incomplete. Sorry, but like, I just never understand why you would not do a bridge and a third chorus. Like, even if it's just a bridge and then an outro and just skip the chorus, that's also okay. But like, a bridge is something I'm always looking forward to so much in songs. There's just so many magical bridges in songs and finales that just put a song onto an entirely new level. That is missing here for me for sure. That's definitely, this song definitely needed a bridge, and like at least a bridge. At least 20 to 30 more seconds. It's extremely fun the way it is, extremely intriguing and fresh, but way too short. That's unfortunate, because like mentioned, my friend hyped it up so much, but I gotta hit it with it. Why is it just so short? Billie's Moon Palace, still fun, but definitely needed a bridge or a third chorus. No idea why it's like you have such a great potential here and then decide to just not fully go all in on it, which I'm like, why, you know? Still, fun song, enjoyable. Will probably be like a very fun song for in between, like when I decide to shuffle their albums together and then like let it play on shuffle and then it just comes on. It's just a very fun breather in between, or just in any playlist, honestly. So yeah, that was Moon Palace, and we're now moving over to our 4th and final song of their 2nd mini album, Chapter 1, which is Believe, which I think is going to be another soft song, because I think their fandom name is like Believer or something like that, and I think they tease this as a fan song, which I probably then expect to be more of a softer song. And the flower world, you know, very fun wordplay there with flower and words put together, was absolutely gorgeous. That song was beautiful, one of my favorite ballads I've listened to recently, which I would definitely add to my ballad playlist if I would finally go ahead and make one. Let's see if this will go into a similar direction. Believe. Oh, never mind. Like, at least not, you know, piano-like ballad. Taking this beat, very classic, very on point. It's very fresh and youthful. This song is now way more melodic. That's on to the tempo. Ah, a pop a lot. The lovely lyrics. Very full chorus. We believe, lovely. A little interlude section here. Her voice comes in fine here. I don't know, worked really well with the beats, which again, as I mentioned, very classic, very on point. Oh, the little violin extra melody. Oh, what a pre-chorus song. This pre-chorus is lovely. Quick, short, on point. Yeah, it's a very classic pop ballad sound, which still feels fresh because it's the first time they've done it. Yeah, but this chorus hits good, and I'm ready for the bridge though. With a really good bridge, this can really go even better. Background vocals here now. And obviously the lyrics are very lovely. Again, where I would say, give us the fade out instrumental. Now, given the instrumental was that prominent throughout the song, but alright. Billie's Believe, as expected, from what I had read before, a fan song, but not in a ballad direction, but instead more of a uplifting pop ballad sound, which totally works for them. Generally, like mentioned, I think they have great voices that suit a lot of different styles and sounds, and as far I think the producers have done a really good job in showing that, because I always mention it, as good as the artists are, you know, if the producers don't know how to do their job right, then that never matters really, but they've been doing a great job in showcasing Billlie thus far. Like mentioned, still just 5 months into their time as Billlie, and thus far every song really hits in its own way. Can definitely say though, at least from now, that the first album had sound-wise a bit more, that's more my style. I think this album definitely went a bit more bright and poppy this time around, but works. Like Believe now, especially as the final song, as I mentioned, this very uplifting feeling to it, and again showed something that I really enjoyed, the very full choruses with single lyrics instead of the harmonizing ones, even though I would still love to hear them harmonize together. I think the voices will sound really good if we do them all at once, but that's something that definitely works for them thus far with these lengthy choruses, which they do in every song actually. And the pre-chorus here is very, very good though, like definitely my favorite part of the song. And the verses also, like mentioned, have this very classic beat tempo, dum 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 dum. You know, that's just a very classic tempo to do, and totally works. Like mentioned, it's definitely not a ballad that you like when you hear not the type of ballad you would have expected for like after Flowered, or like that's what I thought we would maybe be getting again, more something in a more classic way. Like we even did get the violin in the background there in between, but it's not, like mentioned, definitely a bit more poppy and upbeat, which definitely applies for the entire album. So yeah, Billie's second mini album, Chapter 1, which I like mentioned will wait, do I have it at least in my mind now? Unconscious. There's more to it. The title is so long. The Collective Soul and Unconscious, Chapter 1. It's very solid. It's definitely enjoyable and was definitely still a good decision for me to say, alright, let's react to this together instead. But at least on first impression, I would definitely say the first album is even better, or still better. I think the first album just at least the B-sides there. I think definitely that Ginga Mingo is better than Ring Title wise, but I think that the B-sides on the first mini album felt a bit more flourished, because here you can definitely say like 2 of them were below 3 minutes, with one of them even not even having a third chorus, not even a bridge and everything. Like, this album was definitely a bit more quicker, a bit more brighter, a bit more poppier, a bit more upbeat, and just a bit faster overall. I feel like the second mini album just unfolded a bit more satisfyingly. And again, I still think that they thought about making a full album debut with the first and second mini album put together basically, and I think then these songs probably would have even felt a bit better, because then we would have probably all spread around a bit more. The album was still good. I would definitely call the first one better though, but I can still definitely say in terms of quality thus far, probably the songs will probably grow on me as well. Like mentioned, my first impression on the first album also was like, oh yeah, this is good, and then after just a few more re-listens, I was like, wait a second, this is insane. They all have the same type of scenario here as well. But I can definitely say, just on quality thus far, Billie's definitely one of my favorite rookies at the moment, and one I have the most hopes and expectations for throughout 2022. I really can't wait for the next comeback. And yeah, this album was still very enjoyable. Was definitely a good decision to react to it, and I had a lot of fun with this, and I enjoyed it a lot. And I hope you guys enjoyed my reaction plus review to Billie's second mini album. Did you enjoy my reaction? Let it like down below to show me that you did. What are your thoughts on Billie's second mini album, The Collective Soul and The Collective Soul and Unconscious, Chapter 1. Tell me all thoughts about it down below in the comments as well. Do you enjoy it more than the first one, or do you still think the first one is better? Everything about it down below in the comments. And as always, if you enjoy what I'm doing, if you want to support me, then you can gladly leave a sub as well, or support my Patreon, which help me a lot. We will see each other again with more Billlie whenever they come back. Like mentioned, we had now the first coming very soon after their debut, which is just 5 months after we already had a what am I talking about? 5 months, 4 months, because there was in February. That was last week actually. Like we have March now, so I was like, oh, November, March, but very soon after the debut. Let's say like that. Let's see when the next one will be. Maybe June. Maybe July, something like that. And yeah, otherwise, March is stacked through the roof. We have so many great releases to look forward to. So, whatever content you may be interested in, whatever content you may want to in for, hope to see you again soon on this channel. Stay safe, healthy, and happy. Have a great time, have a great week, and see you again soon with more Billlie or K-pop reactions. Thanks for watching.